What if I told you rituals were not just ceremonies, but portals for liberation, healing, and spiritual revolution? Today's episode goes beyond the surface to reveal the deeper magic of rituals. Welcome to this ongoing exploration of African spirituality and culture. Remember to hit that subscribe button to join our growing community. Let's start with a story. Imagine walking into a forest clearing. All around you are trees, leaves, animals, sky. Yet something feels off, like an unseen presence watching you. Suddenly, a hawk cries out, a leaf falls near you. Your heart pounds. You feel small and significant. Then you notice a circle of stones. People are gathering there. As you join them, drums begin to thump, voices rise in song, and you feel an overwhelming sense of connection, power, belonging. That's the pull of ritual. It draws us to something bigger than ourselves. But wait, some might say rituals are just superstitious ceremonies, remnants of a primitive past. Well, that's the lie colonization told. Rituals have nothing to do with superstition. They're deliberate, potent technologies of the spirit. Chants, gestures, offerings are not random. They're symbolic, encoding truths that bypass the logical mind and speak directly to the soul. Every chant, gesture, offering is symbolic, encoding truths that bypass the logical mind and speak directly to the soul. A simple act like pouring water to the earth can represent remembrance, continuity, and gratitude. It's not just a formality. It's a conversation across generations. We acknowledge those who came before, what they endured, their sacrifices, their wisdom, and thank them for laying the foundation for our lives. And let's not romanticize nature. The rain is not always soft. It can be a deluge that destroys crops, drowns villages, leaving scars on the land and people. To pour water during drought is an act of faith. It's asking the universe to replenish, to restore, to intervene when all seems lost. Likewise, lighting a candle becomes a statement. We are not in the dark. We carry the flame of those who came before. Their struggles, their faith, their dreams. This symbolic power works on multiple levels. For the individual, it reconnects fragmented parts of the self. For communities, it strengthens collective identity. And in societies built on erasure and oppression, rituals become acts of radical reclamation. Healing is not individual, it's communal. When someone is suffering, the whole village gathers. Drums are played, ancestors are called, offerings are made. The ritual does more than soothe the wounded. It restores balance to the entire group. This is Ubuntu in action. I am because we are. Through ritual, pain is not isolated. It is held, witnessed, and released together. In many African traditions, healing is not individual, it's communal. When someone is suffering, the whole village gathers. Drums are played, ancestors are called, offerings are made. The ritual does more than soothe the wounded. It restores balance to the entire group. This is Ubuntu in action. I am because we are. Through ritual, pain is not isolated. It is held, witnessed, and released together. Now, imagine applying this to modern mental health. So much of today's healing happens behind closed doors and whispered shame. But what if healing could be public, proud, even sacred? What if we could integrate ritual into the way we process depression, grief, or anxiety? That's not just wishful thinking, it's ancient wisdom waiting to be remembered. There's also power in what rituals challenge. Many African rituals confront dominant systems directly. They subvert patriarchy by honoring the divine feminine. They dismantle hyper-individualism by celebrating community. They challenge capitalism by prioritizing offering over consumption. Every sacred act becomes an act of defiance. Take the Sankofa principle from the Akan people, go back and fetch it. This concept reminds us that looking backward is not regression, it's resistance. Through ritual, we go back to go forward. We reclaim the symbols, stories, and ceremonies that were stolen or buried. Each libation poured, each name spoken, each drumbeat played is a spiritual protest, a refusal to forget. The symbolism of ritual also reclaims identity. When African diasporic communities dress in traditional cloth, sing ancestral songs, or dance ancient movements, they're not just performing culture, they're announcing we are still here, we remember who we are, we remember what was taken, and we choose to stand in it proudly. There's a reason rituals feel so powerful. They shift energy, they alter consciousness, they rewire the nervous system. Whether it's a trance dance among the sand, a cleansing bath in Yoruba tradition, or a quiet prayer whispered in a language nearly lost, rituals bring us back into alignment. They're embodied affirmations of worth, connection, and purpose. And that's precisely why African spirituality was so heavily targeted during colonization. It was never just about religion. It was about autonomy, identity, power. When rituals were banned, burned, or mocked, it wasn't superstition under attack. It was sovereignty. But today, something is changing. Across the continent and in the diaspora, people are returning to the sacred. Young people are learning old songs. Families are rebuilding altars. Communities are creating new rituals from ancient roots. They are blending tradition with innovation, honoring the old ways while making space for the new. This is the future of ritual, not frozen in time, but alive, evolving, and electrified with purpose. So let's dispel the myth of the savage. African rituals are not relics of the past. They're living testimonies to the resilience and resourcefulness of our ancestors. They offer profound insights into the human condition, transcending time and geography. And what about you? How can you incorporate the magic of ritual into your life? You don't need to know every incantation or have a sacred space designed by a priest. Start small, light a candle and set an intention. Speak to your ancestors, pour water to the earth. Sit in silence and listen to your spirit. Let ritual find you. Let it hold you. Let it change you. Because the deeper magic of ritual is this: it doesn't just mark a moment, it creates one. It doesn't just reflect change, it makes change inevitable. And in that space between the seen and the unseen is where true revolution begins. Before we go, remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed this episode and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your engagement helps us continue producing thought-provoking content. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploring African spirituality and culture. We'll see you next time.